Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we are going to be going up against two Falinks here and kind of giving you my experience in doing this. So this was going to be my first time without powering anything up from what I already had. The Charizard's powered up pretty good, the Metagross is powered up pretty decently, but afterwards, once I realized how strong this thing is, I then do power them up. I'm actually going to be maxing both of them out. Charizard definitely worth it. As far as the Metagross, the IVs were a little bit, it hurt. It hurt to invest that Stardust and those XL candies, to be quite honest. But I did have them lying around. I have a completely maxed out Metagross already, as well as a Shadow, so I figured, all right, let's go ahead and do it. But this will be my first run here, as you can see, not doing so hot. Now I am going to be switching the move on my Charizard. So we do have a flying quick move here. We're going with Zen Headbutt and Psychic. That's not all the power-ups we're going to do on that Metagross. Okay, we're going to be maxing that sucker out here in a minute. So when it comes to this Charizard, I'm just kind of contemplating what I should do here, and then I just decide to pull the trigger all the way and just completely power it up. I mean, let's just go for it. So we do have Air Slash and as well as the Legacy Blast Burn Community Day move. All right, so we do have that Metagross up front sitting at 3674, and then the Charizard, which is going to be maxed out, minus a couple of IVs in that defense. Or should I say the HP. I'm perfectly fine with that because this thing is still pretty good, still worthy of 100 basically. All right, so let's see what we have going on here. Falinks, do you need this thing? Well, not really, but I do have a video which is going to be going over a specific Gigantamax Pokemon that we may be getting, and I'm not talking about Toxtricity. That's going to be a Dynamax, so we'll have to see. Just make sure you have notifications on. I just might drop that video later tonight. All right, so as you can see here, if you want to get extra energy, you have to swipe to the right or to the left over that icon there. I was not able to Dynamax because we still do not have enough health, or at least the Falinks was just hitting me too hard. Now, depending upon your quick move, that is going to be your Dynamax special move. All right, so for the Charizard, we do have a flying quick move, so now we do have a flying Dynamax special move, which is super effective. Same with the Metagross Psychic, so it's going to have a Psychic Charge move. So I'm going to actually power it up here in a bit after I do defeat this one here. I wasn't really dodging too much, and I do believe if I did that, it would be a lot easier, but honestly, I was just trying to tank through this thing, and seeing that we're going to be getting stronger Pokemon in the future, it's probably best that I do power this up here, because we're going to need the arsenal later on, right? I'm going to be trying to do as many of these as I can by myself. Obviously, when it comes to the stronger ones like Tier 4 and Tier 5, I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, for now, we'll see what happens, but yeah, so we're able to take this one out here. I do believe there's no defenders at either one of these. Love the swirly eyes on that Falinks. Really kind of funny. Completely useless Pokemon, okay? Now, when it comes down to the moves that they do use, it is going to be completely random within the move pool that they do have. So they can throw anything that they have at you. They can use Superpower over and over again, or they could mix it up between all of the moves, okay? So there is that possibility, so keep that in mind when going into these here. All right, so what is going on? So we're going to be testing this out again. I think we have the bad Metagross up front, the kind of weaker one here. And I think, you know, I kind of screwed up there, I think, because I thought I had my better one up front and I could have done it again. So I do actually just max out that Metagross. Oh my gosh, what a bunch of dust down the drain. Well, it is definitely going to be used, as we are going to be getting Toxtricity soon. So Metagross will help me out when it does come down to that raid boss, right? So anyways, what do we have here? All right, so Charizard always putting in the work here. Absolutely happy with this investment. Again, I'm really hoping they allow us to have some sort of way to Gigantamax our Dynamax Pokemon, and we don't have to do it all over again and keep collecting every single one and have all, like, I don't know, like 40 of each Pokemon because of all the different variants that they do have now, which is just getting a little nutty, to be honest with you. But again, you don't really need to do these. It is more so for the challenge at the end of the day. Currently, we don't need any fighting Pokemon, but you never know. We might need some in the future to go up against Dark-type Pokemon, because otherwise you have everything else covered as far as the weaknesses that fighting is going to be good up against, right? So here we go. We're going to go ahead and power this up and just max it out. We're going to go all in. Yeah. We've spent Over a million Stardust on this team. Okay, that's including with the special moves and all, so yeah, pretty damn expensive. Okay, when it comes down to the Venusaur, I'm not going to max that out quite yet. I'm going to wait until I actually really need to, and then once that time comes, then I'll go ahead and pull the trigger on that Venusaur, no problem at all. But I am now below 10 million Stardust. I know, boo-hoo, poor me, right? That's what it's here for, so let's go ahead and use it. Let's get right back into this. Now, you've seen the level that my Metagross was at the first Falinks Dynamax Raid, right? So you can pretty much do that and minus a little bit, you know, power it up to your need if you have time to waste, as well as a Charizard that's kind of powered up as well. You're not going to get away with just evolving Pokemon for this one. Ain't happening, okay? It's not like the whole Charizard scene where you can just take 3 Charmanders, make them into Charizards, not power them up, but just put Fire Spin and Blast Burn. This is a whole nother situation. You're going to have to power a Pokemon to take this out. But again, you don't really need to do Falinks right now. And I'm not going to try to sell you all short to say you don't absolutely not need it, because again, we might get something in the future that we need the fighting here for. I love how it looks like it's some sort of a spaceship coming from some UFO or something like that, which is perfect because Metagross looks like it's straight out of space somewhere. But looks like we're doing great here. As you can see, this Metagross is absolutely putting in the work since it is powered up here, getting to 1 more Psychic and actually able to Dynamax and doing a whole hell of a lot of damage here. So go ahead and bring in that Charizard and put in that work. We're going to be finishing this with plenty of health on the Charizard. This was a little bit of an overkill situation here, but again, you're going to be needing these things down the road. And I've said it before, but don't be too hasty to max things out. So power them up in increments and go into the Dynamax Raids to see what you can do. And there's also going to be the option of looking for these Dynamax Raids that have people defending them, which is going to be a little bit easier for you to take them out. And then, of course, there's always the option of just, you know, doing it with other people. Okay, personally, I would love to do that, I suppose, but I actually like these challenges too. If it was something I actually couldn't beat by myself, then of course I would do it with other people. I have no problem with that, but I'm more of a solo player here. So I just wanted to bring you this, folks. The Falinks, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a peace of mind. You don't necessarily need to do it, and you will have to power things up. So there you have it. If you did enjoy this video, if you could give it a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. I'll catch you all next time.